Beep, 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 beep. All right, it's working. Looks like our audio is good now. Figured it out. That's nice. We're just going to get right into it. This one is called People Are Broke and Finally Snapping.
So is anyone going to do anything about the amount of educated young adults that we have that are graduating and there's no jobs waiting for them? You guys are demotivating the youth to study. You're going to have a generation of idiots.
You did everything that you were told to do. You went to university, you got good grades, you got your degree, but now you can't even get a job outside of your career path, let alone a job in the one that you actually studied for. And that's because the market changed. Companies stopped hiring junior or graduate talent. A few years ago, a hiring manager might have had a budget for a team size of 10. So they balanced it out with, say, 8 experienced people and then 2 grads or junior roles. But then budgets got slashed. So now they can only really afford a team of 8. But the workload required of that team of 8 didn't change. If anything, it increased. So when forced to choose, the graduate roles are the first ones to go because grads need training. They're not immediately as productive as the more experienced people. And when managers are under pressure to deliver now, they default to experience.
Yeah, young people are going to eat it. They're going to eat it the worst. You are actually going to have to take a job that you don't want. Kind of like the good old days, you know, when you just had to do a job that you hated. That doesn't mean there's not opportunity. I had to get into a completely different field because I was laid off, right? I was laid off in 2020. So I had to completely change my whole field, right? And then I had to start at a new job at an extremely low pay and figure it out from there. In the end, I think it was okay, but it's not easy. Again, that's the theme, right? It's not easy.
That's why you see entry-level roles requiring 2 or 3 years experience. You're not doing anything wrong. The market has changed and it's brutal and it's working against you.
Yeah, and it's not the market's responsibility to hire people with no experience, right? That's not their job. Capitalism is just doing its thing. So ultimately, you have to make yourself valuable or start your own business, which you're going to find is extremely difficult. So you have to really make yourself valuable for somebody. That's the key. You can't just get a degree. You can't just whatever. You can't even just know somebody anymore, right? You actually have to know them and you have to perform. You can't just skate, right? I think the years of skating have gone by. It's just not that easy anymore. If you try to skate your way through life, you're going to be living homeless.
So I was like, I'm going to be healthy. I'm going to go to the grocery stores. You know, there's going to be less people, which there was. It was amazing. But I didn't expect to spend $235 at the grocery store today.
What did you expect, boss babe? What are we expecting? Do we just expect that we're going to live through this life and print all this money and there's going to be no consequences? You just think that we're going to have all of these obligations that the government has to fund and just not have any problems at all? You really think that you're going to have a system that includes Social Security and you're not going to run into any issues? You really think that with the Federal Reserve that exists, with the powers that they have, that you're just going to be able to run a country and not run into any problems at all? You're lucky it only costs $235. You are lucky. You should be saying thank you. This is cheap. That's going to double real quick. And you're going to wish that you had $235 groceries again. The currency is done. Mistakes were made. This is how we get to pay for it. There is no other way. When you have a fiat currency and a bunch of lazy, entitled fucks that are on the dole or scamming the system and the dollar is getting printed $4 billion a day, we're going into debt $4 billion every single day. And you're complaining about grocery prices. You should be saying thank you. Thank you, grocery store, for taking my worthless ass dollars and giving me food. The situation is dire.
And like $30 was the Dallas stuff, but $235? Insanity. But I did restock my fridge. I'm ready for the new year. I'm ready to start eating healthy. I'm not going to be eating out. I even filled up my little containers with my lemonade. And then, because I don't drink a lot of coffee, I have these right here. So there's 2 different
Where is her husband?
sizes, but because I never finish my drinks. And then I stocked up on my vegetables, my fruit, and I also got like frozen stuff.
She looks perfectly fine. So Women will get on the internet and literally complain about food when they have a fridge full of it. I don't even know what to say.
So I have no excuse to eat out. I have no excuse. I might DoorDash today just because for one last time, for, one last
She's going to DoorDash today.
hurrah. But I'm going to be healthy. I did buy some other things like rice cakes. I'm going to start making wraps. Catch me in the kitchen. But yeah, $235. Insanity.
No, you cannot fix her. She's gone. She's gone.
Okay, because you don't believe me. This is this 2 weeks. That was last 2 weeks. And this was the 2 weeks before.
This is what I'm saying. Right? You should be saying thank you. Thank you for only charging me $4.39. I appreciate it. Because pretty soon, there's going to be a 1 in front of that 4. And it's going to be $14. And you're going to say, $4 was cheap. Really, that's how bad the printing is. I'm surprised. I'm surprised gas isn't double digits on average. I'm surprised a lot of things are still as cheap as they are. It's shocking to me.
Okay, and it's just some cherry pie filling, but they're all like that. Everything, see? 4, no, I went to 5, because you see the 5, but it's like a sticker. And then now it's $6.49.
I just graduated college and I am completely unemployed with no future job prospects. And I feel like this is such a fucking weird time in my life because no one ever prepared me for it. For so long, like literally when I was in elementary school, people would just be like, oh my God, just get your degree. Get your degree and you're good. Get your degree and you're good, right? So I did that and I'm in debt and I got my degree. And now like I'm applying to every fucking job like imaginable and it's not fucking enough. It's not enough. Every single job wants like 5 years of experience and a master's degree.
Yeah. She's right about that. It's very difficult to pull it off, right? But in our parents did tell us, go to college. It was kind of the theme. A lot of millennials my age have the same story. Everybody around you, your mom, your dad, your grandma, your friends, your brother, your sister, and your dog was wanting to know where you're going to go to college and pounding it down in your head. You have to go to college. You have to go to college, otherwise you're gonna die. If you don't go to college, you will literally drop dead and die right now. So you have to tell me where you're going to college right now, or you're gonna die and you're never gonna get a job. So we all figured out a way to go to college, whether it was debt or whatever. I went to the military, right? Got out as fast as I could, and went to college as fast as I could, and got a 4-year degree, right? And it's sitting right up here, and it's worthless. Got me nowhere. It's a business administration degree. Womp womp. So I know all about it. I had $30,000 of student loan debt, even after getting the GI Bill. Right? Pain in the ass. It set me back. It set me back 4 years for going to college. That was the first setback, and then it set me back about 6 years, additionally, to just pay it back. That's 10 years wasted for a college degree. From a D2, from a Division II school, a bachelor's degree. 10 years gone. You wonder why I struggle? It's because I wasted 10 years of my life for a fucking piece of paper that nobody gives a shit about. Doesn't do anything. That's just real. That's real shit.
And it's like, it's gotten to the point where having your undergrad degree literally feels like you just graduated high school.
I just said that. It's pointless. Yeah, I agree with you, sister. It's shit. We were duped. We got duped on that. The sooner you realize it, the better. But they played a sick joke on us, the boomers, and everybody else. The go to college scam. They fucked us.
Like, no one wants to hire you. Everyone's like, okay, you need a lot of experience, you need this. And the economy is so bad right now that these like entry-level positions are being filled by people with master's degrees. So it's like me and like literally most of my friends were completely unemployed. And like, thankfully we have places to go to, right? So we can go back home, right? A lot of people do not have that. A lot of people can't comfortably just go back and live with their parents.
But a lot of people do. That's kind of why the can is being kicked down the road so long, right? The wages are still so low because people can literally just go home and live with mom and, still work there and make that low wage. But we're all going to have to pay for it eventually. I think we are, as prices continue to rise. As prices continue to rise, I think women will start to rethink their role and what they want to do with their lives and maybe start considering family. And I think that's the best way to do it. You need to have a man funding the household. You need to have a woman taking care of the household and have a mind on family, having kids, bringing love and peace and calm, right? But we are over the 10-minute mark here. So if you're still watching, you are a G, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.